goodness knows why, okay, and in some way, I'm now responsible for your downfall in Kings.
My downfall?
Please. Oh, give me
Brother
a break.
Martin, I think you want to learn the English language. I am not a downfall, Brother Martin. An evil system called King's College, who abused my people, sacked me. But I am not a downfall, Brother Martin, because there's a report here from the Healthcare Commission that says that they've been forced to sack several managers, that they've been forced to accept that they will not treat black people like that. Brother Martin, I am suffering, but let me tell you something about me. My 84-year-old mother have just brought me back from Jamaica, where she paid for me to go, and she has said to me she's very proud of me. So, Brother Martin, I'm not a downfall. It shows the mindset of you when you talk about my downfall. My downfall was that I defended my people. When you talk about strategy in abusing your people, and you're telling me that I had a downfall. Where is my downfall, Brother Martin? I improved the quality of health care of my people.
Elder Milton, hold on a second. I wasn't in the studio at that point in time. I had to go upstairs. Now, you see, Brother Martin, I'm going to put it to you that something strange is happening here. Now, certain revelation just come right here upon here right now. Now, I never know that you had any inclinations with Elder Milton. It's Jackie right here, but you have now put Jackie and Elder Milton in the same boat. Now, you see, I find it quite strange that two people in our community that is defending our community, maybe, no, definitely overtly, that you know say one is a loser and one is a downfall. That's liberty you take. You understand? No, because I don't understand. Oh no. Why would Elder Milton come and tell a lie like that? Because if you saying Elder Milton is lying on you, they come in like you defend King's College against him. Now, Martin, I tell you, Rasta. You know why you come with your patronizing talk, brethren. I want to know, how is it that you get mixed up with Elder Milton, you get mixed up with Jackie, you are say them is this, and them are say you is that. You understand? See, from my point of view, me tell you straight, you come in like a local agent. Because that's the way it look to me. That, maybe I might be kind of, me just tell you straight, Martin, in your face, me not hide and say it, yeah, how it sound to me, because I never know nothing about this case here. All the fight me demonstrate, after you was out the demonstration outside of King's College with way, and all them something there. I never know, so you did involve in all them paperwork and man papers and papers gone missing and all them something there. Them things are serious accusations, I have. You know what I mean? And you have to take them quite seriously. Serious thing.
I'm going to read something because I listened tonight to Brother Martin, who I've listened on many occasions, tell audiences about his representation of the black community. And tonight, in someone who lost his job, who is living in poverty now, because of what I did for my people, he says my downfall. So I'll read something to him from the Healthcare Commission. The Healthcare Commission is the body that runs the NHS. And incidentally, since you say my downfall, and I will explain in a minute your involvement with the other person who has destroyed the black community, Michael Parker, I'll read something which I only received a few weeks ago from the Healthcare Commission, who investigated my downfall at King's. It says, Dear Milton Hanson, I was the senior project liaison nurse at the Caldecott to try and help my people in South London to avoid STDs and HIV. It says, Dear Mr. Hanson, I'm writing in connection with the concerns you raised with us about working practices and attitudes at the Caldecott Center, King's College Hospital, NHS Trust. Your allegations included deliberate or negligent misdiagnosis of black and minority ethnic patients, racist behavior exhibited by staff towards patients, excessive waiting times for patients attending the Caldecott Center, and the use of inexperienced nurses for taking of swabs at the Caldecott Center. Upon careful review of the information you provided and the conduct of our own inquiries, you have to see that basically they cover up everything. But you can read between the lines, and I'll show you where. We are satisfied that working practices within the Trust Sexual Health Unit are now, mark the word now, sufficiently robust to guarantee the safety and well-being of patients using its services. Now, what happened before? Although the issues you raised do not appear to have been investigated formally at the time, they were identified. An internal inquiry was undertaken locally within the service. We are satisfied that all the patients who were misdiagnosed were sexually recalled to the clinic and were treated appropriately. Everybody know in sexual health that you use false names, so how you could successfully recall patients, I don't know. We also note the Trust subsequently made improvements. Why did they need to make improvements in what was supposed to be a good service before?
You heard us talking about whistleblowing just now. Well, Quaker Bunso is a person who was on radio when Milton Hanson went to whistleblow. We're joined on the telephone lines now by Quaker Bunso. Quaker, good morning. How are you?
Good morning over there, but good afternoon over here.
Right. Quaker, you're actually live on air. Sorry to put you on so hot, but you came in right on time. So here you are as we look at the case of Milton Hanson. For persons who are just joining us, we've been talking to Milton Hanson since 6:30 or thereabouts this morning. Milton Hanson, public health nurse in England.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Right, who actually was sacked from his job for blowing the whistle on racism and constant misdiagnosis in a particular clinic in South London. Now, when we talk about blowing the whistle, we have Quaker Bunce on the line. What is a pirate radio station?
Well, what they call a pirate station is a station that is not given a license by the DTI authorities here in Britain to transmit over the airwaves.
Mm-hmm.
So they call us pirates. So they don't grant us a license and they don't give us a license.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that people haven't applied for a license, but they don't give us a license. So they say you don't have a license to transmit.
Mm-hmm.
But bearing in mind that, the airwaves are still there, the microwaves are there, the radio waves are there, they will be there whether you transmit or you don't transmit.
Mm-hmm.
That was given by God. So, we have the attitude that, that's God's thing. We buy our equipment, we set it up, and like technical scientists, we transmit.
And one of the things our listeners should know is that because there is such a void in Britain for black radio programming, for programs about ourselves, pirate radio stations do very well in black communities. You can't depend on the BBCs and the ITVs and the Channel 4s and so on to really give you objective black programming and what's happening in the black community, so that there is a very good listenership to pirate radio stations. And
there's a very great listenership to what we call community stations. We call it the community stations. We don't use the definition that they give it.
Okay.
We call it the community station, and it does have a heavy listenership. And the reason why it has that heavy black listenership is because they deal with the things that affect the black community. It's not diluted. Do you follow what I'm saying? The information comes out.
We're reading where community stations are now under the microscope even more than ever.
Oh, we're under major attack now. They are hitting us more frequently than they normally would.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking down our transmitters, raiding our studios. They've really stepped up the play. Because, you see, one of the things is a lot of people who live in Jamaica gets a false impression of Britain. And unfortunately, what happens is a lot of people that they will come over here and they go back and give a false impression. But we are under serious pressure here, to the point that we can't even deal with our own situations publicly, because they want to say that we're inciting racial division, etc. So even to the point of what Elder Milton's situation was, the community stations that took up his fight,
mm-hmm.
In his defense.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately the community didn't come out as much as they should have in defense of Elder Milton. But it was because of the Elder Milton putting his line on the job, and I must say that Elder Milton is the shining example of what an elder should be. Really, he put his whole life on the line,
mm-hmm.
just like what Marcus Garvey did.
Mm-hmm. How did
Paul Bogle, he put his whole life. Remember, I don't know if he told you, but they even offered him money to keep his mouth shut.
No,
he could have taken that money, but he didn't. He didn't take the money.
Who offered you money?
The management of the hospital at the beginning offered me